traders, we're going to have a look at the last of the trade ideas and the order blocks, and we'll run through the strategy with these. Let's start with the order blocks. So trade ideas is where we basically just follow the instructions exactly. For example, wait for the candles to turn green, then set a red bearish alert. The order blocks, you've got to think about it a little bit. Okay, it's not as direct. Kind of leaves you up to your own devices more than anything. All right, so the order blocks are really suited to those of you who are a bit more adventurous and wanting to be a bit more independent. Trade ideas for those of you who just want to follow something really simple to the T. And both of these are good for building an account or trading a prop firm account. So I'll just have a quick look at the order block. The last one I posted was the New Zealand, that was the 9th. It was on the 10th. It was the New Zealand yen, I think. Oh, yeah. The New Zealand dollar moved very quickly. We'll look at this. I've been talking about this initial range. And after looking at a few of these, it's becoming apparent that we probably can do away with that, possibly. We just have to wait and see how things shape up over time. Again, the strategy that we're trading here is fairly new, so we're still sorting out some bugs. But this initial range that you see here, this is the London Open, and I've been talking about waiting for this period in time, the first hour into the Asia and the London session. It's a bit different for New York. Waiting for this to play out and then looking for the opportunity. But, then we're missing the opportunity. So when we go through these, we'll look at the scenario with the initial range and the scenario without the initial range. And I'm thinking just take the next red signal or green signal. Anyway, we'll go through them. So that one, it was very quick to move. Would have been nice to have caught it. I mean, look, the signal was actually here. That would have been a really nice outcome. All right, so we'll have a look at the next one. This is the order blocks. We've got New Zealand yen. So this one, I traded into an hourly 1 hour order block on the hourly time frame here. Traded into a previous monthly high. Bullish trend, but the markets move in mysterious ways. When Trump comes out with his rhetoric, with his tariffs and whatnot, it's causing enormous volatility. We had this one, Kiwi yen. The outcome on the 1 hour time frame, this just moved really aggressively. We did have a window of opportunity here. So the instruction with this one was, it's moved into a 1 hour order block. Look for the candles to turn green. Take the first green signal, but be careful, order blocks can be traded through very easily, blah, 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 okay? The opportunity actually came, look for the candles to turn green. That was the move back down into the order block. We actually had a green signal here. But again, this is heading directly into the New York Open. And if you're running with the rule that we wait for the initial range, then there's no signal there. And then you would abandon this idea, right? If you're breaking that rule and you're trading with the signals, then that would have been a 2 hour outcome. If you're running with the strategy, setting the stop loss on the green. Make sure you watch a few of these videos, guys. I go through the strategy really clearly in detail. If you're new to this, definitely go through and watch like the previous video here that I posted and in the trade ideas. Maybe watch at least the last two. In this video, I'm covering both the trade ideas and the order blocks. All right, so that was the order blocks. Yeah, outcome was kind of okay if you took that. And if you were waiting for the initial range, then, you would abandon this idea because there's no setup. Now, the initial range for New York, this is the New York Open. We've been working with 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So 9 a.m. here, 10 a.m., the high and low, and then looking for the opportunity after that. But there's another option, as I mentioned in a previous video, is to just ignore that initial range and run with the actual signals. The initial range, you can see why we do it. Look, there's a stop run, and that was the opportunity to short. Okay, but you just got to weigh up whether you want to trade after that initial period or take the signal if it's early. And I mean, you're trading a stop run here, that's okay too. The initial range after the Asia and London is the first hour. So 3 a.m. New York to 4 a.m. on the London open, and then 1900 to 2000 with the Asia open. Okay, so that's the the order blocks. Let's have a look at the trade ideas. Now we'll just go up. We had actually a really nice outcome with these. All right, we'll have a look at the CAD Swiss. So the instruction was simple. Look for the candles to turn red and then set a bullish alert for an entry long on the green. So you want the candles to turn red and then go on that green alert. Simple as that. The outcome for the Swissy yen, look for the candles to turn red. There they are, and take that green alert. Now this is the New York Open. Again, I mean, if you waited for that 9 till 10 a.m. window, well, there's no trade during this initial range, right? Well, if actually there would have been a trade after that, so you would have taken this instead of taking that, right? So, I'm kind of inclined to go with the first signal. It's proving to be worthwhile. We're seeing some good results. You would have got a good result with this one over here as well, by the looks of it. Let's have a look at it, CAD Swiss. Okay, so you would have had a nice result. Long position would have been on that signal here. You could wait for the pullback, but either here or here. This one was a little bit tricky. There was quite a wide stop loss here and no real clear exit apart from this. You've got to pay attention to these things. See these two lines? That's an exit there. That's a bearish divergence. Yeah, there wasn't a really clear exit, right? I mean, the only clear exit then would have been this red candle, right? So if you missed that, you would have needed to exit on this red candle here. As soon as that turned red, you can actually set an alert for that red candle. That is done through the trend bars. If you want to go for the candle colors, you can set an exit alert here, go for the 3 dots, add alert, and it's going to be candle change bearish, that one. That'll give you the red candle. Once per bar is okay. Change your sound. I got a droplet sound for an entry, and I've got a different sound like flickering or hoarse for the exit. So you know the difference when it fires. Stop loss. Okay, look, see the green, this green shade following price. Well, that was there. Not much out of that one, but that one back here was really nice, very clear. And now exit alerts you can set with the extreme confluence. So that's these dots. Just go to the 3 dots here. Exit alert. Just leave it as is. Change your sound for the exit. Once per bar is okay. Create. Okay. Now your entry. Because I know there's a few new guys in the in VIP. The entry you're going to go for the momentum sync, 3 dots, add alert, and it'll either be bullish or bearish. Select which one. Okay, don't make it any. So if it's bullish, select bullish. And I use the droplet sound, and there's classic and there's soft. I use that one there. So different sound for the entry to the exit. So look, seriously, this is where it's at. These 2 channels here. So, if you're taking these trade ideas, that's perfect for a prop firm. All right, so come back. This is the trade ideas. Okay, the CAD Swiss, we looked at that. So that was a really nice outcome. Pound CAD, same thing. Wait for the candles to turn green and then set a red bearish alert. So just quickly down, CAD Swiss, so that was that one. The pound CAD wasn't as straightforward. We're looking for the red, the candles to turn green and then red. All right, and it was very messy through here. And then we finally got it in the New York session. All right, it just was range bound, whipping price action through here, and then it ended up trading down. So you may have got caught on this one. If you took that red signal, yeah, you probably would have got taken out if you had a tight stop on that. That was your stop loss level there. All right, so you lose 1R, but you're up 2R on the other one and the rest. And then you take the next red signal here, and then you're up 1.5R on that, or thereabouts. So you come out slightly ahead on that one. They're not all going to be peaches and cream, but most of these are going to be really nice. So this one was the pound dollar. Wait for the candles to turn green, then set a red alert for the entry short. Wait for the candles to turn green. That's it, guys, and then just set that red alert. Done. Look at the outcome. Look at that. That is really nice. What have we got? 1, 2, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe a 5R. So that would have been a very profitable outcome if you'd followed the signals and everything, the strategy to the T. Look, these are working out really, really well. And you can just isolate your alerts to whatever I'm posting in here. And then when those alerts fire, you know that it's serious business. Okay, this is working out really well, this trade ideas and order blocks. Mainly the trade ideas. It's paint by numbers. That's what I've been calling it. It's as simple as that, really is. Wait for the candles to turn green and then set a red bearish alert. Done. All right, guys, so nice outcome with these. Now, I'll make this one public. It's a tutorial. If you haven't joined us yet, just check it out firsthand for free, 14 days. You join through WHOP, W-H-O-P, there's a link, and you gain access to my Telegram, my Discord, mentorship, okay, and the indicators, and you have full access to this. After that, it's only $29.95 a month, so you're not billed initially. And at the moment, we're still ironing out bugs. This is a very new strategy and configuration of the settings and indicators and whatnot. It's still in launch mode as far as I'm concerned, so that's why I'm letting this go for $29.95 after the initial 14-day trial. So lock it in and see where this can take you. With that, guys, have a great day. Safe trading, and see you in the next one.